up, everybody? I know it's been a while since I've streamed, but I'm going Papa Cell. I'm streaming the entire week. Or can't stream tomorrow, but I will stream most if I can. It's Wednesday. Yeah, Friday will be the last stream. Um, yeah. Wait, something. Okay, my monitor blacked out. Y'all know I got the snack. Like usual, I made myself some s'mores. No need to go outside for that. I literally just used a microwave. Ooh. This is like the second s'more I made today, chat. Literally. Let me fix it real quick. This is the second s'more I've made today. It's pretty good. Seriously. I want to invite my manager over for the live stream. If he wants to join, of course. And it's just going to be fun. That's the point of this. It just has to be fun. Mm. That's some good stuff. I might go to s'mores. Jesus. If I eat too much, it's gonna be like a little addictive. I can't lie. Big bag. You already know how good s'mores are, so I don't know what you want me to say. S'mores are literally one of the best things I've ever tasted. In life, the first time having a s'more, it's just like, oh, it's heavenly. It's literally heavenly. I don't know what you want me to say. Heavenly. You're gonna tell me it's not heavenly? Get out my face. So what y'all trying to watch today or play today? Because Super Smash Flash is the laggiest thing I've played. Without streaming, of course. We need to talk about CXM. We need to talk about CXMZ, bro. This man is getting caught in 4K every single time. Also, today we're gonna react to Mr. Beast being a pedo. Yeah. I need to actually know what's going on because I've only seen the reaction videos and not actually seeing it for myself. Now, according to my calculations, based on what I've seen, some reactions. People say Chris was Mr. B's downfall, and Chris was fired. But, like, Chris is a pedo now, too. So, what does this make some people, though? Seriously. Seriously, like, Chris is a pedo now. How come every gay celebrity becomes a pedo? No, EDP was straight. But how come every good celebrity became a pedo? Drake. Drake got exposed for being a pedo by kissing a 17-year-old on stage. I don't care if he was 17. Why do people still support Drake after what that man's done? I swear people still support Chris too. Alright, so we have a number of things we're gonna watch today. Echo goes hard. Yeah, we have a number of things we're gonna watch today. Did not mean to do that. Okay, just gonna put that here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, but allegedly allegedly, Mr. Beast was apparently he went right along with Chris, so we're gonna see if that's true. Okay. Living in a dream slip. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. That song is so good and inspirational, seriously. Okay, chat. Which one should we watch? Because Mr. Beast is a pedo! Mr. Beast said, I don't care on... No, come on now. Come on now, Mr. Beast. Come on, Mr. Beast. Bro, Jimmy, you are a goat. Okay, so... Chandler left Mr. Beast. What? Oh yeah, he's really religious like that too. I forgot how religious Chandler actually is. Mr. Beast is gaining subs? No, he's losing them like 10 at a time. Ava Tyson needs to lose a lot. Chris Tyson, Ava Tyson, they're the same person. Literally. Come on now. For the love of God, please stop supporting Mr. Beast. Like, Jimmy, you were a goat. Listen, Jimmy, you can still fix this, dog. Just come out clean. Just come out clean on YouTube. You can still fix this, dog. You could definitely still fix this. He always has a chance. Mr. Beast still has a chance at, like, getting his redemption up. Like, Mr. Beast is a lovable worldwide phenomenon. And he could still be that lovable worldwide phenomenon. It's just like, Mr. Beast, just come out clean. I'm disappointed in Jimmy. Dog, Mr. Beast was the GOAT.
How much should good car insurance cost you a month?
And allegedly, Mr. Beast knew.
$80? $120? Nope. Try $38 a month. So there's a comparison shopping site that finds you lower car insurance rates based on your info. You just put in some information that the site needs to find you lower rates, stuff like, where you live and your driving history, then boom, you get recommendations directly from the site and can receive your quote. I mean, it literally takes 60 seconds to see what lower rates you qualify for. Try it for yourself and see how much you can save.
At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. They put their names on arenas, we put ours on my lower back. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. And if this were one of their ads, they'd end it here with a happy customer. So we'll end ours with an angry goat. Ooh, look at the angry goat.
Chris Tyson is in some hot water for some extremely disturbing things about her past. An intern has put both herself and the Mr. Beast brand in serious risk. However, things are all over the place right now, so today we'll be taking a look at everything from beginning to end so we can understand what exactly is going on easier. Shout out to the channel members like always. And if you'd want to support yourself, you can subscribe to my Patreon in the corner or YouTube memberships by clicking the join button. Make sure to like the video. Now let's take a look deeper together at this entire mess. To start things off, Chris was born on July 1st, 1996, meaning that she is currently 28 years old as of this video. Also, to make it clear now rather than later, I won't be going over any of the other tame stuff like how she bragged about being super rich and threatening to sue someone. I really don't care about that compared to what we're about to go into. Now, Chris here has a storied history surrounding her posts revolving around lolicon artwork as far back as December 2016 when she was just 20 years old, as she would be seen making this post about Lolly. They've since responded to someone about this post in specific, saying that they used to be a bad person 7+ years ago but have since changed for the better and whatnot, showing that hey, maybe this was just a one-off really poor taste joke and nothing more. Well, there's a bit more going on here than just some jokes, as Chris was also a follower of Shadman on Twitter, an infamous artist who was known for drawing NSFW lolly artworks of real-life children. That guy is what you would call a pedophile, and Chris has a history of replying to his Twitter account whenever he would post new artwork on his page. Now, most of these replies are just very strange to see at a first glance, but it would get weirder as Cruz had also replied to another random Twitter person whenever they would talk about Shadman art, such as this NSFW comic Shadman made of the cartoon character Caillou, a whole-ass 4-year-old child. They would also make reference to Tide Pods and spaghetti.
Okay. What the freak is this? Caillou was my childhood. Caillou was my childhood, dog. Caillou, you were a goat. Caillou was like definitely one of my many goats. Dog. Caillou gets a time out.
Caillou, a whole-ass 4-year-old child. They would also make reference to Tide Pods and spaghetti in the same vein, a combination that seemed rather odd to put together even during the Tide Pod craze back in 2018. It turns out this is actually a reference to another Shadman artwork in which a mother and son engage in activities together while eating spaghetti. Tide Pods at the dinner table, showing that Chris was much more in tune with more niche drawings only someone well versed in his lore would know about. In this post, Shadman was
Opera GX had to update. It has to update. I'll update it like tonight or something.
send a screenshot of a random anime character implying he was gonna draw NSFW artwork of her, and Chris would respond pleading for him to do so. This character is from the anime The
He's begging. He's begging.
Rising of the Shield Hero, with their name being Raptelia, a 17-year-old girl. However, you may notice she looks young and not like the cover art we just saw, and that's because part of the show's plot involves her becoming a 10-year-old girl, and that image is the image that Chris replied to. Now, one might see this as Chris just being reckless, but she's a known anime enthusiast and has said so proudly in the past, so it's within reason they might have seen the show before or known of its existence and knew the character's age when replying.
Oh, no. Oh, hell. Oh no, what? Chris.
And at that, they already looked under 18 to begin with, but again, it shows just how deep Chris was in this rabbit hole. Chris even posted at one point on her Twitter a clip of when they were streaming and how they accidentally opened up Shadman's site for however many people were watching.
What?
Though thankfully it had safe for work art on the front page.
Wait, what is Shadman? I reacted like that for no reason. Chat, what's Shadman? Like, I'm being so serious right now. What's Shadman? Oh, I thought my face was fat. It's fine. Sup, mod? Sup, RTD? Seriously, chat, what's Shadman? I'm so dead serious right now. What is Shadman? Like, I'm not even joking around with y'all. What's Shadman? I'm gonna, I feel like just looking this up.
Here, let me check. Maybe their bank float is... no.
Y'all don't need to see that. Hold on.
Though thankfully it had safe for work art on the front page.
Here, let me check.
Wait, what's the website?
A clip of when they were streaming and how they accidentally opened up Shadman's site for however many.
Okay. Shadman? I'm gonna guess like Shadman. I can't find it. And you said Chris wasn't involved. You said Chris wasn't involved, bro. You said Chris wasn't involved. Okay. Okay. This is very, very weird. And I don't know if I'm supposed to look at this or not, but it's very weird. Okay. Don't look at
Many people were watching.
Shadman is a person who makes NFSW really trusted Chris after he trans. Who did? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Who did? Cause I'm not even trying to be transphobic, but like, how come like this isn't transphobic? What am I gonna say? How come Chris hated gay people, but he turned gay? That's just weird. That's just honestly the craziest thing ever. How you gonna hate somebody? How you gonna hate a community, but you turn with that community? That's like saying you hate Deadpool, but you want to be Deadpool. Or that's like saying, I want to be Sonic the Hedgehog. That's like saying, I hate Goku, right? Freak. Give me a sec. Alright. Say if I hate this man right here, Goku. Say I hate him, right? Say if I hate him, but I want to be him. What am I doing now? I gotta choose a side. There is no maybe. He fell off his thing. Or I want to be Gohan or Vegeta. No, I definitely don't want to be Vegeta. I don't want to appear 2 times a series. Like, seriously. Imagine appearing 2 times a series. He appeared 2 times in Dragon Ball. I don't want to be Vegeta. Chandler is the best one in Mr. Beast team. He was the best. Oh wait, no, Chandler. I thought you said Chris. Chandler is the best one because he's so religious.
Though thankfully it had safe for work art on the front page.
Here, let me check. Maybe their bank float is... no.
Oh,
No! Oh, that was...
this man has to
Nope.
has to beat his meat to it. There is no way he opened up that by accident. He has to beat his meat to it. There is no work. There is no way, dog. Mr. Beast might be a pedo too.
We can see that Chris, for all intents and purposes, was a viewer of NSFW Lolicon artwork, as that spaghetti Tide Pod reference is too niche for the average fan literally no matter how someone puts it. However, the worst was yet to come, as I'm sure some of y'all been waiting for this, as Chris has also gone on record talking about how they apparently bought a physical art piece of Shadman artwork when they were about 21 years old. This would be proven to be true as she posted.
You did what? You bought a NFSW. You bought that? What if your child sees that on your computer or something? Like, you need to think, you have a kid, but you like kids. So, like, what's going on here?
Posted on her very own Twitter account on July
What the frick, bro? I wasn't mentally...
12th, 2017.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was not mentally prepared for this. I am not
Of a picture of this exact poster for the world to see, that which contains a clearly underage girl in skimpy clothing with an autism cat and a spade tattoo
Now, girls in skimpy clothing, that's...
on her side that says BBC, obviously implying what you're thinking.
Bigfoot is real, and he tried to... Okay. Please, patient.
Thinking right now.
Oh yeah, Chris is also a racist and a person who hated religion.
That image was also released in a poster collection just 10 days ago on the 2nd, meaning that Chris was
And I put up monthly posters on Shark Robot.
very fast to the punch when it came to purchasing the poster and posting that online picture.
He made posters
This is frankly disturbing, as while being a fan of Shadman is already extremely gross, buying physical lolly artwork that you can quite literally touch and hang up on a
What if your kid sees that, dog? What if his kid sees that? Chris, you gotta hate yourself for this, dog. Your kid is now going to grow up knowing that his father literally was a pedo. And now he's gonna be mentally traumatized because he's gonna be like, what if that was me? What if that was me? That's what your kid gonna think. This man has literally, I'm done. Bro, Chris, your kid's
on a wall is a whole other level of disgusting. It gets weirder though, as in the Mr. Beast video tipping pizza delivery guys $10,000, around the 9-minute 30-second timestamp you can see the poster freely hanging on the wall, meaning this wasn't even a poor attempt at an edgy joke either. The video was uploaded on August 23rd, 2017, and if you remember, Chris was born July 1st and recently had their 21st birthday, meaning they weren't being an edgy 15-year-old, they were 3 years into being a fully grown adult, and yet they would buy this artwork and continue to interact with Shadman and his website for the next 2 years. At one point, it seemed Mr. Beast was at least aware of Shadman's existence as he would reply positively.
See, Mr. Beast is a pedo too. Mr. Beast is a pedo too! Bro, y'all kids are gonna grow up and then know what y'all
To someone using a meme of him on a Shadman post, but this is the only time he ever makes reference to the guy, and it's very tame all things considered, so take that however you will. As we can see, Chris was a fan of Lolicon and Shadman and his artworks back in the day. There is no question about it. This seemed to have been mostly swept under the rug given his over
Why did Shadman build, like, kids? Like, genuinely. The perverts,
half a decade ago, but this stuff would start to spread in internet circles in mid-2023 and only recently made its way to the mainstream. And I gotta remind you, this wasn't someone who was a teenager being stupid and edgy. This was a fully grown adult who was into this artwork and buying physical pieces of it. However, during this time period when the news
I'm so pressed. Mr. Beast bought NFSWR. So what does that mean for
made its way to the public, there was some other stuff going on that had much more to dig through. Back on August 25th, 2023, I uploaded my video on Giggly Goon Clown, a straight up pedophile who got their Discord hacked and a whole bunch of stuff leaked in the process. Well, that story is something else entirely you should watch on your own time. Part of those leaks included someone named Gene/Ella Hollywood getting exposed for being a pedophile as well. Someone who just happened to be hanging out with his friend and streamer Finster and Chris recently at the time. Well, it was very likely Chris
Okay, this looks wrong, because Chris looks like a full-grown adult. Yeah, this looks very wrong. Chris looks like a full-grown adult. And you got these two. You look like, he looks like a 20-year-old man. Chris looks like a 40-year-old man. She looks like a 15-year-old. This cannot look good in public. This doesn't look, she looks like a 20-year-old. This man looks like a freaking 50-year-old. Really? Man. I don't even know if my phone updated last night. I don't ever care like that. Okay, let's continue, chat. Let's just see where this goes. We're 5 minutes into this, bro.
Chris didn't know about Gene and his pedophilia.
Alright, you're right. These two are ugly. She looks kind of good. I will admit that. She looks like she's taking care of herself. These two look like they're just depressed.
On June 5th, 2024, someone who was trolling her would eventually get a response about Gene, saying that they were Finster's friend and they only met him one time and haven't spoken.
The person invited by Finn, I met Finn IRL once, and they brought back the person, so I don't know. I don't follow them or interact with them. You're really weird though. Nice profile picture. Gonna block you now. Have a great day, sweetheart. How long you gonna be streaming? Probably about like 2 hours straight. We're gonna be going for 2 hours. We're gonna try and go for 2 hours today.
Sense, basically wiping her hands clean of the situation. This response went under the radar, however, as just a few weeks later some more information would drop that would put things in a much different light than ever before. Now there's a Twitter user named LavaGS who turned 20 on November 12, 2023, meaning that he was born in 2003. On his Twitch page, he would mention how he met Mr. Beast when he just had 500 subscribers, and notably tags Chris Tyson as a friend they met on Discord.
How did you meet Mr. Beats? I found his channel a few years back when he was small. Had around 500 subs. When in the next challenge? I honestly cannot tell you the next challenge day. Collab. Wait, Caleb, IRL friend, Chris, Twitch, Chris, whatever. They're just mainly from Discord, okay?
Or most likely after finding the Mr. Beast channel. Well, Lava's gone on to appear in Mr. Beast videos himself as an old friend. His friendship with Chris is the more interesting one going on here. Chris would make a post in 2018 asking if they should stream Fortnite later, with Lava saying for them to do so and Chris calling him dad asking if he wants to moderate it. Now this is obviously just a really weird joke.
Oh, I know this story. I know this story. I know this part. I know this part. When I heard Lava, I'm like, oh, nah. Oh, no. I thought that actually was kind of fake. It's real. It's very... Okay, so those who don't know, I'll let her explain themselves.
But you can see how Chris was 21 and Lava was 14 at the time, making this again just seem really weird. However, things would get weirder as a year later in January 2019, Lava showed Chris making a crude sexual innuendo joke to a group chat he was in on Snapchat, with Chris and Lava now being 22 and 15 respectively.
What? What? What is this? What? Chris, bro. Chris, why is your face like that? Chris, bro. Why is your face like that, dog? Chris, why is your face like that, my boy? Or like, okay, I'm not finishing that sentence. Chris, why is your face like that, bro? Seriously. Why?
Lava would make hentai jokes referencing Chris and implying they might have an addiction they haven't talked about.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Okay, stretch. Perfect.
Oh, even showing that they would get into calls together on Discord despite being only 16 at this point in time.
Oh, come, bro, we're 6 minutes in. We're 6 minutes in.
Lava would eventually drive out to meet Chris in real life in summer 2020, eventually posting a picture hanging out with Chris and Carl together on Instagram, showing that it was a success. The worst possible thing that came from these leaks was when Chris was joking about sending nudes to anyone who would donate to their Patreon, Lava donating $1 in a joking matter. Chris would then try to get him to send more, but it's clearly joking around, and that's really it. Now the joke
I can barely see that. Okay, so Lava and Chris, they were on calls. They had like a girlfriend-boyfriend type of connection digitally. Like a long distance type of relationship. That's what Chris wanted to have. Lava doesn't like it. But he doesn't know what to say about it. So Lava donated money to Chris. For like jokingly. And Chris sends nudes to those type of people who donate. This is like OnlyFans, bro. What the freak?
jokes themselves are on the tamer side all things considered, and frankly none of this screams grooming to me, just poor judgment at worst. While it's tempting to make jokes like this because you know the person is old enough to understand and grasp nuance and such, at the end of the day it was still inappropriate for Chris to be joking like this with a minor 7 years younger than them, even if it was tame. However, this shows that Chris is okay with making jokes with people who are clearly young teenagers, and so they would start looking around to see if there was more to this or just a one-off bad experience. As people kept digging around for more stuff on Chris, they'd find a recent post where she showed off her old username TysonBoy34. This account ended up being the username of their old Reddit account from over a decade ago, showing that Chris was well in tune with some old classic edgy gamer word humor that, to be honest, nobody really cares about, even mentioning the smoke detector beep meme. However, things would spice up as they would find multiple references to how her dad doesn't really speak with her anymore even back then, with other posts talking about how their sisters are the ones who
Good. Good. Yo, dad should not speak with you after the things you've done. Jesus. I would say the Lord needs to help you, but there is no helping you anymore. Okay? No, we're gonna wear a hat. We're gonna wear a hat. I feel like wearing a hat today.
seemed to get treated well while they were left in the dust. Even talking about a specific time they got a cheap $20 grill for Christmas while one of their sisters got a $25,000 wedding, showing that they were indeed the sore one left out on the mother and father sibling dynamic. Chris would make references to Shabman when the Incredibles 2 movie trailer dropped, and would go on to make a very edgy joke about lollying 14-year-olds whilst being an adult, which while seeming like just another edgy post any person can make online, given we know they like to consume that kind of stuff, it just comes off as disgusting to read. More interestingly, there's some more posts talking about how Mr. Beast himself threatened to outsource their workload after someone made a big mistake during their early adventures growing the Mr. Beast brand, showing that things may not all be peaches and cream even with their childhood friends on the production side of things. Remember that picture I showed of Shabman drawing IRL underage girls? Well, the person in that picture is Lieutenant Corbus, a YouTuber who got some fame back in the day for being very edgy despite being just an 11-year-old girl at the time. This was in February.
You already know what I'm about to say. An 11-year-old YouTuber? I made a YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel was when I was at least like 9 or 10, dog. Let me check. Hold on. Because I think that YouTube channel is still up. I can't find it. This sucks. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry, chat.
In 2016 when she hit her stride after gaining some attention from people, but she ended up in her own controversy involving channel deletions that isn't relevant right now. On her channel, there's a video called A Quick Update uploaded on March 31st, 2016. A video.
No, I think this is Apex. I can't tell. Wait, what game was out? No, I know online COD wasn't out like this, right? What game was it? Hold on. We're gonna search up. I might subscribe. I low-key want to subscribe. Because she was older than me. Does she post anymore? She doesn't. That's sad. Oh, okay. Punching babies. This has to be... Wait, no. Is this 6 age? This has to be 6 age. Who knows where she went? She was a goat. Who know where she went, dog? We need her, but we need YouTubers like her back. I can't lie to y'all. We need the...
Chris Tyson is in some hot water for some extremely disturbing things about her past. An intern has put both
Alright,
It turns out the video was actually uploaded on February 17th, 2016 as seen by this old screenshot, meaning that Chris is in contact with her even a little more than we initially just went over. The Shadman Corbis art piece seems to have been posted on either November 21st or 22nd, 2016 as seen by this post on a Lieutenant Corbis Steam group page in the Sleepycast subreddit, so thankfully this means that Chris did not see the artwork before meeting her, it just happened to be a very bad coincidence that Shadman drew her 9 months later. So while it seemed that Chris was a big enough fan to share gameplay with her, she thankfully didn't have any ulterior motives going on here. There's also the possibility that Corbis just happened to lift the gameplay off Chris's channel, but the Tyson Boy 34 YouTube channel has no Black Ops 3 gameplay on it, so it's still more than likely they just shared it with her. While researching this part, I also found out that Shadman drew the art piece Chris bought on June 19th, 2017, a few weeks before he made it a poster for those interested in that information. Now, Tyson Boy 34 has a video spreading the leaks of iCarly star Jeanette McCurdy way back when the Fappening went down in 2014, a decade ago, with Chris saying not to view them due to privacy reasons while still linking them down below.
Because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that
You kind of are, dog. In a way, you kind of are, in a way. Like, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. You kind of are, in a way. Like, okay, enough of that. I can't.
that you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
The link itself is dead now, but it's still funny seeing how they made a video to not view them while still promoting that. She's also since deleted her Reddit account within a few days after the post started going around, but by this point the information was out there already, so it just further confirmed it was her by how quick it got nuked. As all this news is spreading around like wildfire, a Twitter account named Young No Name will make a post saying that he had Chris as a friend on Snapchat since 2018. In the messages,
My friend made a school shooter threat and might give me his skins because he's grounded for life. Lol, what the? Are you for real? Yeah, it was crazy. Lol, did school expel him?
as you can see how he had a small chat in March
Kiss. Can you play Fortnite soon? Yeah, I can play Fortnite soon. Like, after the stream.
2018 when
Of course, Dad.
Chris was 21 years old and they were
This is the best Snapchat I've ever seen.
allegedly 14, and 2
When it's your wedding, you can do it.
months later on May
This man did it during the wedding. This man did it during the wedding. Oh, you're cooked. Oh yeah, you're cooked. You're definitely cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. Oh, he's cooked. He did it during his wife's wedding. This is honestly the most impressive thing I said today. Might be the weirdest thing I've seen today. This gotta be. Like, it's the craziest.
May 6, Chris would send kissy emojis to them seemingly out of nowhere, which is just weird to read. Now it's possible these might be fake, but Young No Name will end up posting a video showing him scrolling through their messages to prove they were indeed real. This secret message takes place on July 5th, 2019, meaning that they've been talking for a year now, and the message itself is just known E thought Belle Delphine trying to sell her bathwater online. Below that is a heart emoji, and given the user is now assumed to be 15, it's still really weird to see. When checking out No Name's Instagram, there would be a post showing his face looking young, and when seeing that it was posted on February 10th, 2024,
16 tops. 16 tops. 16 tops, chat. Ignore that.
unless the guy has the best skin in America, it shows he was definitely underage when Chris started talking to him. He would also post 2 videos of Chris chatting in their Discord server with him and his friends. The first not really being much other than general gamer shit talk, but the second one has Chris making self-cucking jokes, which is pretty funny to see.
I know, dude, I would cut inside of that egg and then watch her eat it. and then watch her have sex with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her.
It's worth pointing out the clip is from April 7th.
You said this about your wife. You said this about your wife. This man needs to go to jail. Like, I'm so serious right now. This man needs to go to jail.
2019 instead of 2018, as you can
Chris needs to be arrested. I'm saying, like, he
see in the
needs to
corner
be
down there.
arrested.
It's not that big of a deal, but still, it's worth pointing out. Back in July 2018, Mr. Beast put out a message talking about an Amazon card giveaway for his fans, and Lava would reply to a since deleted thread showing how they were having issues with the jacket. No name would feel inclined to
Oh, you said Mr. Beast wasn't a pedo? Y'all said Mr. Beast wasn't a pedo? He's flirting! He's flirting with Lava, dog! He's flirting with Lava! This jacket was a one-time thing. Spreadshirt won't let me sell them.
respond to Lava for some reason, saying that in today's
I was actually in Chris Discord during this time in 2018. This have had a ton of leftover. It's not fake, it's real. Fake leftover apparently gave me one. I have saved chats, so it's sus now. But that honestly, I don't think Chris is being weird about it at the time. Cap.
world,
I
it
mean, it's not fake. Memes go around.
feels sus, but back in the day, that was how the humor was like, and that they don't think Chris is being weird about their Snapchat messages. Lava had been active on Twitter since the news broke.
Here are the unspoken meme rules. If a new good, funny meme comes out, or like a dark joke that a lot of people like, it's gonna go boom, share, over and over again. It's gonna share.
With Mr. Beast himself aware of what's going on and getting him into contact with Keemstar to give a statement, saying
Mr. Beast connected me directly to Lava and the alleged Chris Tyson groomed victim. Lava, I was not groomed by Chris Tyson. Lava, I did not meet Chris Tyson by myself. If I met Chris Tyson and the Mr. Beast crew with my family present. Lava, I ran a Discord with Chris Tyson when I was 13, and edgy, inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. You're a victim.
that he wasn't groomed and met up with Chris with his parents and not on his own, notably saying at the very bottom,
Jake the Viking says, Mr. Beast knew? Yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Chris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened. People know.
I'm pretty sure I could get copyrighted for this. Yeah, I'm not taking the risk.
Humor.
Yeah, it was 100%.
Was it over the top sexual though?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say no because it wasn't like that though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in a weird way.
while this is true and a lot of y'all watching this video right now can agree people in general were a lot edgier, the thing here is that you and your friends saying edgy stuff was just that, being extremely edgy for shock value and humor. We're all guilty of saying edgy stuff in our lives, but the thing is that we weren't constantly communicating with a lolicon artist, we definitely weren't buying physical art from them to hang up on the wall, and we weren't making these dumb, stupid, edgy jokes with random minors on the internet. Chris, however, was. Chris was doing that kind of stuff, and Chris had no issue with this and was so comfortable to the point they uploaded a clip accidentally opening up the site on Twitter back in April 2019. This has levels to it, and we can clearly see that Chris was much deeper in this than some edgy memer back in the day. On the 24th, someone named Nathan would come out on Twitter and say he was in contact with Chris when he was 15 and they were around 20 to 21, before going on to say that Lava sent him an NDA to work on a Mr. Beast brand together. He would also say that in Chris's Discord server they would talk about a lot of inappropriate stuff and even had a bot that posted NSFW images despite being around teenagers at the time, going on to scrub the entire
There's a bot for that? Man, every single pedo server is gonna use that. names for me. Ha ha ha. I don't know why I got it. I forgot, honestly. Yeah. I'm just gonna put these on for the rest of the stream. No, seriously, this works out. My arms are extreme, so I'm gonna do some push-ups after stream and then hop on Fortnite. Probably about 100 push-ups. Yeah, 100. We're gonna do that. See if my muscles aren't too sore. This. The freak. Take it off. Why?
Our server for anything.
It's honestly the funniest thing ever. See, look. Wait, I can see it. Okay, I'll take it off. Take him off. Why am I always so far back?
Bad before it went public. However, Nathan wouldn't back up any of this heinous stuff with evidence, with people only knowing that he was indeed in the friend circle and nothing more. And given the severity of the claims, it would be reckless to promote his word as the truth. Lava would actually chime in and start to deny everything Nate just said, saying that there was no NDA and that he was kicked out of their friend group for being unstable and lashing out at people. Also saying that the Discord server had nothing bad in it, though does imply it was indeed a private friend group before going public. He also tries to use guilt by association as he worked with Jake the Viking, a former Mr. Beast member who's very critical of Chris and the Mr. Beast team, but nobody cares about that given Chris is already proven to be a massive fucking creep by this point. Nate would reply back denying what Lava said, though does admit to being unstable back then, saying he left the place on his own accord because it was toxic, doubling down on the claims he sent him an NDA, and doubles down on the NSFW claims saying he's trying to cover for Chris hard for some reason. Everything was still up in the air by this point, as while people wanted to believe what Nate was saying, he had no proof of anything he was saying other than being in a friend group, so it seemed that this was nothing so far as people were waiting to see if anything would come from this situation. In the late night of July 24th, 2024, Mr. Beast himself will put out his official response, saying that he is disgusted by the stuff that's come out about Chris and that the company is hiring a third party to properly investigate the situation. He would say he removed Chris from the company, contradicting Chris saying that they left on their own accord earlier, and that he'll wait for the investigation to finish before he takes any further actions. It was a typical PR response, but it wasn't necessarily bad, unlike Chris's response. And speaking to Chris again, things were about to get a whole lot worse for her. Remember how I was just saying that Nate wasn't pulling up with no evidence? Well, the next day on the 25th, he would do just that in a second video posted online, in which he talks about how his friend Cookie had old photos he wanted to give to him. That which shows Chris mentioning the NSFW channel that Lava was saying never existed. Chris mentions two roles that would still have access to the NSFW channels, that being Gods and Anointed, and it would turn out that Lava himself would actually mention those roles in a message he sent during the cleanup phase. The colors are yellow and green respectively, and guess who has a yellow colored name on Discord? Nate. Guess how old Nate is right now? 21 according to his Twitter page. That means even if by some miracle that Chris didn't send anything to NSFW themselves, she was still running a place where we now know that minors were exposed to NSFW adult material all while she was around 21.
Chris, you have a minor in your card that is not your kid? This looks wrong.
21 to 22 years old. Oh, but it gets better, as Nate would go on to show that Cookie saved a general chat in mod logs during the sweeping, meaning that not only do we now know that Lava is sweeping for Chris and his word is to not be trusted anymore, we're just a simple post away going from what could be the biggest internet influencer leak of all time. As people were trying to get their hands on the leaks, Kick streamer Zimzim would get a small sample for them and start streaming for people to see, with this image on screen being the main highlight I want to go over. This is the full, unedited, non-moving image to show y'all that this is a real screenshot, not me scrolling or editing strange right now. You can see that Chris was talking in the chat for a little bit, with Nate going on to say that he made the NSFW channel at Chris's request. Chris would then respond to the chat once more at the very bottom there, not acknowledging what Nate just said, meaning either they were ignoring him or this was known already and not something they felt the need to chime in on. Later that night, Nathan would drop the full uncensored logs of the moderator chat for people to dig through, and while there was certainly a lot to dig through, it's best to stick to the most damning pieces for brevity's sake. While we already know that Nate had access to the NSFW stuff based on his God role, Someone would mention that Chris is the one who gives out the role in specific, meaning that Chris more than likely handpicked a minor to have access to the NSFW chat in her server. After the server was made public, Mr. Beast member Chandler would talk in there for a small moment, but I want to point out that this was after it was made public, and this is the only time during this time frame he ever spoke, meaning that it's extremely unlikely he knew about anything going on. When discussing what to do with the NSFW chat as it was now in limbo, Chris wouldn't seem to show any care that minors could potentially have access to it, with Discount Milk pointing this out as Chris says, "What, am I a parent?" showing that she didn't understand just how bad what she was encouraging. When Discount Milk said to demon anybody under 18, Nathan seemed to get a bit antsy about that idea, as while so far in the logs there was no way to prove Chris knew he was a minor, it was still a suspicious reaction. Lava would chime in and get the same way, meaning they were both against this idea for whatever strange reason they might have had. Nate would then indirectly confirm to everyone that he and someone named Bryce are both this was going on behind the scenes just mere weeks before.
Okay, I can't take any more of this. This is honestly torturing my head. Not chat. Thank you for joining in. We will stream on Friday. The last stream. Friday will be the last stream of the summer.